everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this has been, well, I was gonna say this has been long overdue, but I actually do a lot of unhauls pretty regularly, but I just don't really film it. I usually just kind of go through and like sit and stare at my shelves for a while when I have a whole stack of new books that I need to fit in there, and I'll start to kind of like pull some stuff out and put new stuff in. So I'm gonna film it this time, and you will see me go through the sad process of pulling books out of their homes and sending them off to new homes. Okay, you won't see the sending off part, but they're going somewhere. I'm probably gonna sell most of these, and whatever I can't sell, I'll end up either donating to my mom's library or to a used bookstore or something. I don't know. I have a fairly good idea of what books I want to get rid of. I've kind of had a running list in the back of my head for a while of books that I think I'm gonna pull soon, and others we'll just kind of see where it goes. So let's get into the heartbreaking footage of me taking books off of their shelves and sending them on their way. Okay, it wasn't that bad, I swear, but they're kind of like my children that I'm just giving away right now, but I'll be okay. All of these are gonna make room for all of the new pretty books. I pretty much go through, and as I'm ordering books or as I'm receiving books in, I actually like do a mental catalog of what I have and what I can phase out in order for these to come in. So I know it seems like I'm getting a ton of books in because, hello, I do a lot of hauls on this channel, but I actually do a lot of unhauls. I actually keep my library pretty cyclical. So I'm gonna go through the books that I pulled. There were more than what I showed in that little clip if you recognize any of those. All of these are either books that I have either read and I know I'm not going to read again, books that have been sitting on my shelf for a very long time and I just have never like had the itch to read it. So I kind of do the like clothing technique that a lot of people do. If you haven't worn it in the past year or two, you're not going to, so it's time to part with it. So that's kind of what I do with books. I like having a lot of unread books on my shelves, but I also like the accomplishment of going through my shelves and reading them. And as you guys know, I get a lot of books in, so I need to make room for them. I literally have floor-to-ceiling shelves in this room that's across this whole wall and across that whole wall, and it's packed the whole time. So this is kind of a process that needs to happen. So let's get into the books. The first book that I'm unhauling is First and Then by Emma Mills, and this is at no fault to the book whatsoever. I just happen to have just gotten a signed copy. You guys will see that coming up in a haul soon, but I did just receive a like signed personalized copy of this book. So this is an extra that can go to a new home that will be loved and appreciated. The next two books are both books that I got because I love the author, but I don't really see myself reading them at this point, and that is 100 Sideways Miles and The Alex Crow by Andrew Smith. I adore Andrew Smith's writing. He is so weird. Like, his books are out there, man. Grasshopper Jungle is one of my favorite books, but that is a ride. That's a book and a half. But both of these I know are going to be the same way, and I just have not felt the itch to read anything like that in the past probably 2 years. So I'm keeping the ones that I like of his, and these are gonna go just because I've never made the effort to actually read them, so they can go to somebody who actually will. Next two books are holiday books that I have read. I'm not gonna be reaching towards holiday books anytime soon, and they're ones that I've already read, so it's kind of, I don't know, they're not really reminiscent of the Christmas season for me anymore. So that is The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Hand. I really enjoyed this. This was a really cool YA retelling of A Christmas Carol, Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge. I really enjoyed this book, but I don't really see myself reading it year after year. And the other one is My True Love Gave to Me by a whole handful of authors. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what this is, but this is an anthology of 12 holiday stories written by a ton of YA authors. I've read through it. They put me in the Christmassy mood, but I've already read all the stories, so they're not gonna do much for me anymore, I guess? I don't know. So it's time to go. The next book that I'm going to unhaul is The Temptation of Adam, and this is by Dave Connis. I received this for a review from Sky Pony Press. I read and reviewed it. It was really good. I do really recommend it, but I don't really see myself rereading it. It's one of those stories, once you've read it, it kind of resonates with you and you move on with your life. So it's time to go. The next two books, I think I picked them up at Ollie's or in some discount bargain section, and I pretty much cover bought them because I really like how the spines look and they seemed like something I would probably enjoy, but it has been probably 3 years since I've gotten them and I still haven't read them, nor do I have any desire to read them. And that is Venom and Belladonna by Fiona Paul. These, I mean, look at the covers. Of course you would buy these. They're gorgeous. And like the spines are gorgeous on your shelf, but they are just not things that I'm reaching for anymore. They just happen to take up a space on my shelf and look pretty. And I have other books that look pretty as well. So these are gonna go to a new home. The next book is Love, Hate, and Other Filters by Samira Ahmed. I just read this and reviewed this. I will leave that video linked down below if you were curious about my thoughts. Spoiler, I didn't really care for it. And my kind of general rule for contemporaries, unless it really hits home with me and it seems like something that I will get something out of in the future, I generally don't keep contemporaries for very long. Once I've read them and I move on. So this is just kind of one of those. And the same goes for this book. You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone by Rachel Lynn Solomon. This is the same type of story where I'm really glad that I read it. I'm really glad that I had it with me to read it. It was very impactful and a very good story, but I don't see myself reaching for this in the future to reread it. So this is a fairly new release, so I'm sure somebody will snatch it up. And the last book for this video is Foolish Hearts by Emma Mills. Again, no fault to this book whatsoever. I just have duplicate copies of it. I got the Owlcrate exclusive version, which looks like this, and I happen to like this color combination better than this one. I'm not much of a pink girl. I'm more of like a tealy blue girl, I guess. I don't know. But I do not need both copies of this sitting on my shelf, so one of them has got to go. And that is it for this video. That's not too much damage. That's enough to pretty much make room for all of the new books that I recently hauled, which again, that will be coming soon. I believe that will be one of the next videos you'll be seeing. There is a book haul coming soon. So all of these books are already replaced on my shelf. My shelves are already full again. It happens. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Let me know what your thoughts are on any of these books, if you still have them, if you're interested in them. That would be great. Leave it down in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button if you would like to see more or see the opposite of this, because I do the opposite of this a lot. Like, I bring a lot of books in. So that's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you next time.